First reading, Isa 53:10-11. The Lord was pleased to crush him in infirmity. If he gives his life as an offering for sin, he shall see his descendants in a long life, and the will of the Lord shall be accomplished through him. Because of his affliction, he shall see the light in fullness of days. Through his suffering, my servant shall justify many, and their guilt he shall bear. Second reading, Heb for 14:16. Brothers and sisters, since we have a great high priest, who has passed through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast to our confession, for we do not have a high priest, who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has similarly been tested in every way, yet without sin. So let us confidently approach the throne of grace to receive mercy, and to find grace for timely help. Gospel text, MK 10:35-45. James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus and said to him, Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you. He replied, What do you wish me to do for you? They answered him, Grant that in your glory we may sit one at your right, and the other at your left. Jesus said to them, You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the cup that I drink, or be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized? They said to him, We can. Jesus said to them, The cup that I drink, you will drink, and with the baptism with which I am baptized, you will be baptized. But to sit at my right, or at my left is not mine to give, but is for those for whom it has been prepared. When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at James and John. Jesus summoned them and said to them, You know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be the slave of all. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. In Isaiah 53:10-11, we encounter a profound reflection on suffering and redemption. The passage speaks of the servant who bears the sins of many, illustrating God's deep love and willingness to suffer for humanity's salvation. This reading invites us to contemplate the mystery of divine love that willingly embraces suffering for the sake of others. We see that through pain and sacrifice, God brings forth healing and justification. This reminds us that our own struggles can have meaning when united with Christ's suffering. It challenges us to trust in God's plan, even in moments of darkness, and to recognize that our pain can lead to transformation and hope. As we reflect on these verses, let us be inspired to respond to God's love by serving others, embracing our own crosses, and believing in the redemptive power of suffering. In doing so, we participate in the divine mystery of salvation, bringing light to our world. In Hebrews 14:16, we are reminded of the profound empathy and accessibility of Christ as our high priest. This passage encourages us to approach the throne of grace with confidence, knowing that Jesus understands our struggles and temptations. He is not a distant figure, rather, he has shared in our humanity and knows our weaknesses intimately. This reading calls us to trust in God's mercy and compassion, especially in our times of need. We are invited to lay bare our hearts before him, seeking not only forgiveness but also the strength to persevere. The assurance that we can find grace and help in our trials is a source of hope and encouragement. As we reflect on these verses, let us embrace the invitation to deepen our relationship with Christ, turning to him in prayer and surrendering our burdens. In doing so, we can experience the transformative power of his love and mercy in our lives. In Mark 10:35-45, we see James and John asking Jesus for places of honor in his glory. This request highlights a common human desire for status and recognition, yet Jesus responds by redefining greatness. He teaches that true leadership and greatness in the kingdom of God come not from authority or power, but from humble service. Jesus emphasizes that he came to serve, not to be served, and this is a profound model for us. We are called to embody a spirit of selflessness, placing the needs of others before our own. This passage challenges us to reflect on our own ambitions and desires for recognition, inviting us to consider how we can serve those around us, especially the marginalized and vulnerable. As we meditate on this gospel, let us ask for the grace to embrace humility and to follow Christ's example of servant leadership, transforming our lives into instruments of love and service in our communities.